Hey, there's Cadbury mini eggs.
Dude, there's like postcards and stickers here.
Hello. What's your
Hi.
name? Is it Marina?
Yeah.
Hey, what's happening?
Castles of Great Britain. I just want to go on
How
record and
much?
say these are all ugly. Ew.
Hey,
You ever been to the Mall of America? That's a real building.
Yeah.
can you put the great in Britain? Thank you.
Okay,
Hey, what's up? Who are we talking to? Marina?
Marina, our last caller was on the toilet, so hopefully you can top that exquisite.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any candy,
Oh.
so maybe
That's
not.
okay.
That's the way to a man's heart.
It's okay, we have plenty.
Candy.
We've got too much.
Ooh, puzzles.
This is like a candy buffet, I would say.
This is like the Blizzard party.
All right.
We're listening to you, don't worry.
Yeah, we're just.
Okay, I paused the stream so I couldn't see you. There's something with your
Gotcha.
camera. I don't know. I wanted to ask you. I had watched your podcast like a couple of weeks ago, and you were talking about that like tropes versus women video that came out a while ago.
Yeah.
And like you kind of led into it, just kind of going out of the podcast. But like, I just want to ask you like your opinion of like kind of like toxic attitudes kind of in the gaming industry, not necessarily even just toward women, but like even just toward like the customer and the consumer, like kind of your opinion of how it all works and how, I don't know exactly how to frame it, like just like, here, let me think.
It's okay. Take your time, dude. This is good.
I will let you chew. Just
Save it back to for later.
just like any kind of like maybe even going to conventions, just sort of like bad attitudes you've had from companies, and just kind of things that have turned you off of the gaming industry or certain
Just
people.
their attitude in general. Yeah, just the way they present themselves, sort of.
I've experienced personally the people that they get to run the booths at conventions that work for Capcom have been.
I wouldn't go into necessarily what companies.
That's my opinion.
That's his. Does not reflect Mega
Why is everyone shaking their heads?
64.
I feel.
I
that
didn't
way.
shake my head. I just laughed.
I've had several people be total fucking dickheads at conventions
Yeah.
that worked at a Capcom booth when I tried to walk up and either ask a question or buy something.
I think the fighting game scene is one of the biggest.
I think it goes hand in hand with what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I don't know about that, but I think the fighting game scene is probably one of the worst things in the whole video game kind of realm. I think that's a really miserable place for a lot of miserable people.
Try this chocolate.
Really?
There's a lot of people playing Street Fighter and calling each other faggots, and then
Yeah.
and then being really exclusive when that is the same cancer that kind of killed them in the 90s. So if you enjoy kind of a train wreck, just keep an eye on the video game community, or the fighting game community, because it's crashing and burning like it did in the 90s.
Is that the kind of thing you're asking about, or just like?
Yeah, I don't even know what the question
Kind of.
is.
Sorry, I'm being really
I know what
vague,
you
but
mean, but I don't know how to word it either. So I understand your dilemma. Just the way a company carries themselves that may or may not be like.
Well, kind of what Garrett said, I think, when you guys were discussing the video, and I think it's what's really true. And it's not necessarily that they're these game reps or people at the very top of the pyramid going like, what is the next new way that we can degrade and exclude women? It's just like okay, we're just going to use the same tired-ass tactic used to sell units, kind of that sort of attitude. And, like,
Yeah.
it
Well-
can be applied to a lot more things than just, like, this video that came out and like how it, it's excluding women and whatnot. But I don't know.
I don't know if this is going to. I don't know if this is exactly what you're looking for, but personally, maybe it is. But personally, when I was at E3 this last year, I felt like I saw so many different games that were attempting to do something really neat or interesting or new, and then they'd pull out a gun and shoot somebody. So that was something I saw a lot of. I don't know if that's, maybe kind of what you're talking about, but I felt like everywhere I went, someone assumed I wanted to kill somebody. And that was a little bit disappointing. Like, you always have, is that just it? Like, I have to shoot somebody? There's no way out of this. I have to kill somebody?
Yeah.
That was a little bit disappointing, I think, at E3 with just... I just felt like there actually was some innovation in some new games. And then it was like, the hacking didn't work. here's my shotgun. It was just, we're going there, huh? I don't know. That was me. So I don't know if that's something you're looking for, but or
Well,
what
yeah,
you're talking
and
about.
just like the way that they do like keynotes now, and it's almost like they need to like reevaluate their demographic because you have that just like stupid pandering guy going like talking about Monster Energy drink and how fun it is to be a geek and shit like that, and it's like women do play games.
I understand.
Other
and I
people
don't-
that
I don't-
aren't, 20 to 25 white males play games, and it's just the same
Right, but
shit.
I don't want to interrupt
Yeah.
or take you on a different train, but you're looking at it from the point of view of yourself and not as a company. As a company,
As marketing.
these people are making money hand over fist.
And over foot.
The amount of money they're making just targeting the demographic they're targeting that you're saying they should deviate from is more money than the industry's ever seen in its entirety. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. So if you're going to go to a business and say you should expand your demographic, what benefit is there to them of including these people, or at least trying and potentially failing to include these people who aren't buying their games now? Do you know what I mean? Call of Duty sells 1 billion copies. Halo sells 1 billion copies. Why?
Change.
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
that's the thing that a lot of people miss out on. They think it's like this industry, like, yeah, we're gamers, this is for us. You're consumers, and it's not for you. You are the end game of a company going, hey, you should buy this.
It's a bunch of marketing people who can be replaced at any time. It's a network of them together trying not to lose their job.
Absolutely.
And their only goal is to make more money than the last fiscal year. So why rock the boat? I mean, that's
Because
them. And I'm not saying that's right
There's
or
potential
wrong.
for failure.
Yeah.
In an industry where there's potential
what
for
it
failure and your job is on the line every time, you're expected to deliver something bigger and better and faster every time, every year. So why deviate? Why say, yeah, we should include women on this one? Why not have that be its own project somewhere else? And we should include more Asians in this one. I mean, you have so many demographics that aren't targeted. Males like 15 to 25, like that sweet spot, is so much expendable income that there's almost no benefit.
Yeah.
Does that make you sad?
And it's the thing too. It's like
Did we
even
just blow your
if
mind?
No. Just like a sad
I'm
truth.
gonna lay back down.
But and it's like even women and people of color, whatever, they'll still buy these games too, even
Absolutely.
if they are the
Right.
damsel or either a stereotype or whatever, and that's sad. But do you guys see any foreseeable way to change that? Even
It's been
like kind
changing.
of going off
It
of
is-
that, like
It's been
Just-
really slow to change, but look at the people who are running video game companies. Like even smaller ones. Like stuff like people who made Journey and Flower. Kelly Santiago was in charge of that video game company. Is that not incredible? Are we going to sweep that under the rug because it's one against many? Like
No, it's happening more and more.
it is absolutely happening more and more. You have more women spokespeople. You can't say that the industry is going in the wrong way right now because I really don't think it is. It sucks.
It's just slow. It is slow.
It's extremely slow. But I don't think you can say it's going in the wrong way because these people are making a ton of money.
I think the fact that so much discussion recently has come up about this issue that games in the near future will reflect the change that women want to see in video games. Maybe Tomb Raider 2?
Okay.
Could be. So, to female gamers out there who feel underrepresented, wait and see.
Now, to bookend the whole conversation,
Uh-huh.
now how's this for a bookend?
Okay.
In the last hour of PAX East, people from Capcom's booth came to our booth and gave us free backpacks.
Really?
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking there.
Yeah.
That would have been such a. That would have been such a
You were gone by
fucking.
then.
Redeemer.
I was
gone.
like, you're bringing that up, and I'm like, well, I
would've
have a good way to end the conversation.
That would have been such a fucking
They
redeemer.
gave us Dragon's Dogma.
And I'm
backpacks.
not talking about the people that work for Capcom. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about
no.
the people that
Some
Capcom hires
booth-
off of
booth worker people,
Craigslist
yeah.
for their booth at Comic-Con. They should do a little bit more background checking, I guess.
Well, anyway,
That would have been such a fucking redeemer. That sucks.
well, you want a backpack? I got it.
No, I sent them all out.
All right.
Hey, at least we're talking about it, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, just in another note too. I mean, just like seeing what you guys said about it, it wasn't as though I expected you guys to say some like just awful caveman shit. But I mean, going on YouTube and seeing what these people have been like responding to with videos, because she doesn't enable comments on her videos, and it's all just horrible, like unfounded bullshit, just like trying to contradict what she's saying or just contradict her because like what she's saying is largely right, but people take offense to it because it's their favorite game or whatever, and so they feel the need to attack people who speak out about shit like this that might not go anywhere seemingly because it's the almighty dollar. But seeing what you guys said was nice, and I think that if more people pay attention to shit like this, then there is
it'll the more awareness out there, the more change is gonna just happen.
How come every main character, nobody's talking about this, has short hair? Short brown hair on every main character. They look like you. They look like you three.
God, yeah.
I'm sick of it.
Like the majority?
Me and Garrett are not represented in these fucking games.
Well, the only
at
game
all.
I like is, shout out, I guess, to Capcom, but Bionic Commando Rearmed.
Quit trying to
Spencer.
quit trying to build a bridge out of these ashes, my friend.
Was that called Rearmed? Or,
Yeah, something like that.
some shit.
Well, thank you for your call.
Yeah, thanks
Great.
for taking it.
Great call. Thank
Cool.
you.
All right, I'm taking off.
Okay.
I'll see you guys later.